He said, why do I see that? Go ahead, verse 26.
Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Well, he got a different tone toward him now. Notice how he going to talk now. Go ahead.
Ye servants of the Most High God.
He said, you servants of the Most. Go ahead.
Come forth and come hither.
He got a lot of respect for him now. But they had to stand up for what was right in God's eyesight. Go ahead.
Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire.
See, and they came out. Go ahead. And the fourth one, he ain't never see him, because that's the one the Lord sent to save him. Go ahead.
And the princes and governors and captains and the king's counselors being gathered together saw these men upon whose body the fire had no power.
So you know they started examining them. They couldn't believe it. Go ahead.
Nor was an hair of their head singed, neither were the coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them.
They didn't smell like fire. They didn't even get a hair burned out of place. They was all intact. And show you the fire was real. Some people already had died. Go ahead.
Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Boy, he's singing a whole nother tune now. But it was all because somebody had enough faith to glorify God, to give God the glory, and lay it on the line, even willing to sacrifice their own lives for God. That's the kind of faith you need, especially nowadays, when you live in a world that's totally contrary to the God of the Bible. It was just a little contrary back then. It's totally contrary now. Go ahead.
Who have sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him.
That's what they did. Go ahead.
And have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies that they might not serve nor worship any God except their own God.
See, that's what you can rest assured of. When you trying to do God's will, you know God going to be on your side. He might test you a little bit with it. Like even when it's Sabbath day. God said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. So whatever you going through to do that, you should know God going to be with you to help you do that. You ain't got to fear what man might say or do. Because you with the one with the power now. But now, go to Revelation 13 and we're going to finish it. Revelation 13. Because this is going to apply to us in the future. God got the same type of stuff coming on the world that people are not ready for. A lot of people that say they got faith, they're not ready for nothing of this order. Not at all. Because they think they done already heard it's a rapture. Look, he didn't rapture Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, did he?
No.
He let them go in the fire, didn't he? They had to have enough faith to say, no, we're not going to do it. See, that's what he's going to test a lot of people today. But they're not ready for it. They better get ready, though. 13 and 11. Revelation 13 and 11. Go ahead.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and had two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon.
Okay, this other beast is just the leadership of the revived Roman Empire. It don't have nothing to do with a whole nother kingdom. Had some people confused about this, trying to say, well, this is America. This don't have nothing to do with America. This is Rome leadership. That's why he going to tell you what it is. Verse 12, go ahead.
And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him.
See, so this is the power structure. That's why I got two, because Rome going to have two leaders, a religious leader and a military man, an emperor. Go ahead.
And caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
See, this leadership is calling the people to worship the empire. Go ahead.
And he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. See,
it said a man going to be doing miracles. This is the false prophet. Revelation 19 tells you it's the false prophet that's doing the miracle. The religious leader from Rome. He going to do miracles. He going to be able to call fire and make it come down, and people going to really believe that. Like I said, some brothers, they trying to get away from prophecy. They call it futurism. They say, y'all dealing with that futurism. Look, the Bible call it prophecy. And he telling you exactly what's going to happen, and it's going to happen just like he said, and people need to be warned about it. So that's why we teaching about it. People need to know what prophecy is saying, what's going to happen. But see, since they trying to get away from prophecy, even really trying to get away from the kingdom come, because they think they making a kingdom now. They think they doing the kingdom now. Look, you ain't doing nothing now. Jesus didn't say go make a kingdom. Now, Jesus said preach the gospel of the kingdom now.
Right.
That's what we doing. But they say this is electricity, this fire that came down from heaven. He do a great wonder so that he make it fire come down from heaven. Don't have nothing to do with no electricity. This is literal fire that the man going to do a miracle and make come down. Go ahead, verse 14.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live.
See, he making people worship an image like Nebuchadnezzar. Go ahead.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
See, he going to be able to bring the image to life, though. Nebuchadnezzar didn't do that. But see, he didn't have to do that. Everybody still went along and bowed down, except for a few select people. But this man is going to give life to the image. He's going to make a beast come to life. You know everybody going to bow down to this, because that's what they want to see. They want to see a statue move and talk. They really think it's something in. People looking for some type of miracle thinking that's what having faith in God is about. So they having faith in the wrong thing. Go ahead.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
See, it's going to be hard times. He's going to force you to take his mark. People speculate about what this mark is going to be. Look, it's probably just going to be some chip, but it's going to have to be synonymous showing that you are worshiping this man. That's what it's going to have to be. It's going to show that you under him. You believe and you worshiping him. And it ain't going to be nothing. You don't have to worry about going to the hospital or going to bed one night and waking up and got the mark. It ain't going to happen like that. It's going to happen just like it happened with Nebuchadnezzar. They're going to give you the free will to do it. They ain't going to try to slip it on you and you don't know, because God wouldn't even get you for that. You know, you went to the hospital to get treated on, and all of a sudden they didn't gave you the mark. God ain't going to get you for that. But God going to get you when they said, look, take the mark or else. And when you take the mark, God going to get you. That's when God, but it's going to be a free will choice. They're going to allow it like Nebuchadnezzar made it a free will. He told you what he wanted and gave you the or else. Those that had true faith, they said, look, give me the or else, because I fear God more than you. That's what God wants to see. He wants to see if you're going to operate in some true faith. That no man might buy or sell. You can't even go to the supermarket or get nothing unless you take this mark. Go ahead, verse 18.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. And his number is 666.
See, and that's one of the titles of the man from Rome. It add up in Roman numerals to 666. Vicarious fiddly die. But that's another lesson. Go to Revelation 14. Because he said he replaced Christ. Christ don't need no replacement. See, if Christ was still dead, I could see him needing a replacement. But being that the Bible say he's resurrected and at the right hand of the Father making intercession, that let me know I don't have to go to no man in no booth and confess nothing.
That's right.
Because I can go to Christ and confess it, and he can take it to the Father.
Amen.
I don't have to go to the man in the booth and say, Father, I have sinned. And he can tell me, well, say 15 Hail Marys and 20, say the Lord's Prayer 20 times, and you're okay. I don't have to do that. Revelation 14 and verse 9. Let's see what God think about that. See, so Christ don't need no replacement. He don't need no vicar, because that's what the man called himself, the vicar of Christ, which means the substitute. And in Roman numerals, that title adds up to 666. But now, Revelation 14, pick it up at verse 9 and go ahead.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in their foreheads or in their hands.
Now we see that the man going to be trying to get people to do it, right? He going to be enticing people with miracles. He going to be threatening people with the sword, telling them he going to kill them. You won't even be able to buy or sell unless you take the mark. So he going to have the fix in, really. So don't count on really escaping without having to face the music. We saw that the three brothers in Daniel had to face the music, didn't they? See, that's what you need to be prepared for. Just be prepared to face the music. I always say you're going to die anyway. You might as well die doing the right thing. Because, see, that's what they understood. They said, King, we ain't even got to think about this. See, that's the place we got to get to. Where when it comes down to taking the mark of the beast, you can operate in some true faith. Because in the end, you're going to win either way, as long as you do God's will. That's why backing your faith up with works is of utmost importance. So he said here, the third angel followed, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, take his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Now, if you go along with this, he's telling you, this is a warning from God. The man said, do it or I'm going to kill you. That's what Revelation 13 said. God said, do it or I'm going to double kill you. So that's why, see, you don't understand what Jesus said unless you understand the Bible as a whole. Jesus said, don't fear what man can do to you. Don't fear them that kill the body, and that's all they can do. See, that's why Jesus would make a statement like this. See, if you're not really trying to be a true follower or a true Christian of Jesus, that won't make no sense to you. Because, see, this fake Roman Christianity make you think you ain't got to really be having no faith to make you stand up against wrongdoing. So you don't know what that means. But when you truly following Jesus, you know what he means when he said, don't fear them that can only kill the body. It means what it says. But fear him which can kill the body, then puts you in hell. So that's who you got to have more fear for. So that's what he warning you of right here. That angel said, if any man worship the beast, take the image, receive his mark, what? What he's going to do? Verse 10.
The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God.
That shows you God ain't playing. You got to see who you really believe. God going to put the final test out here. Because everybody say they got faith, but do nothing, faith don't make it do it. Everybody say they got faith. God said, I am going to see. He going to see, we've been loving, worshiping the devil anyway. God said, look, I'm going to give you all of the devil. He going to make you go all the way with it. See, you ain't going to be able to straddle the fence at this time. You're going to have to choose either you on God's side or you on the devil's side. Right now, a lot of people trying to straddle the fence. God going to knock you off the fence. You're going to have to decide what side you want to fall on. That's what he going to do. So he said, if any man worship, the same shall drink of the wine